Hello, 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 and welcome to Tip Tuesday Live. My name is Dana Hagstrom, and I'm coming to you live from my studio here in our home in Mexico. And part of Tip Tuesday is sharing wisdom that I've learned and may or may not be putting into place at this moment in time, but I find that it is good depending on where you are in building your business. So that is what started Tip Tuesday was that opportunity for me to share with our community things that are working and helpful and you may be ready for. And so we started that first in our own private Facebook group. That's the Online Business Builders. And if you're not in that group or if you're watching here, hello. But if you're watching on one of our other platforms, on our business page on Facebook, or even our YouTube channel, AskDavidnDana, again, super excited to have you here. I want to jump right into this strategy because, we're all time starved these days, and this is pretty quick. This is something that may take a little preparation on your part, but it will be powerful because as we teach in your Pathway to Profit, understanding your clients, your customers, your prospects, problems and needs and struggles. And when you understand those and can bring the problem and can bring the solution, rather, you become the hero. And this is one strategy that you can use to really amp up how people see you and your authority and that whole hero thing that we're talking about. And in your Pathway to Profit, this would fit into maybe step 7 or step 9, maybe step 10, or all of those in some way or another. And if you're not familiar with your Pathway to Profit, or want to know maybe where you are on the pathway, you can go ahead and put pathway in the comments along the way here, and I will be sure to reach out with our calendar link and get you scheduled for one of our assessments. But what I've got for you today is this strategy that will really help you on your social media platform. And it's really quite simple. There's just a few steps to it, but like I said, it is something you're going to have to plan for, but it can set you up for all sorts of great posts, great content that can be repurposed in a number of different ways. So if you're not already excited, you should be. The first thing is that you would go to answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com. Now, I am working screen. I'm going to see if that works. And if it doesn't, then we are just going to kind of come back to just me and I will talk it through. Let's go to a Chrome tab. I had brought up keyword. I don't see the one that I had brought up everywhere before. Here it is, answerthepublic.com. I hope that you are all seeing my screen. If not, I apologize. I'll take this down and I will reshoot this video at another time. But answerthepublic.com is a really brilliant place where you can find some of the top questions being asked in your niche. So you see he's nodding his head there. Discover what people are asking about. See, if you don't know what answers to provide or what solutions to bring, here is a great valuable resource. I love that they give an example of chocolate. But let's say you're doing supplements, and let's just search on supplements and you'll see what'll come up. You will get instant raw data of the questions that people are asking about supplements. There's 80 questions that populate, and you can see it's kind of like a round a circle here. Why supplements are bad. Why supplements are bad. Now that's a question people are asking. Now there's a upper level strategy that I was really hoping to show you today, but I wasn't able to get that going in time. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But what that will show you is how often these very questions might be being asked. Because why why answer or provide an answer for something if it's not, that widely asked. But the first step is to go here and see what questions are being answered. Now, then the idea is to take note of, 5 to 10 of them. That's step 2. Then step 3, so I've showed you this. I don't think you need to stare at this anymore. Let's just see if I can unshare here. Well, I'm over there on the side as it looks. Let's go back to just me. Okay, hey, that was cool. All right, gotta love StreamYard. You gotta love new things, trying new things, and on the go. That's part of what an online business is. You're doing things, and why wait till you're perfect, right? Get into it. Okay, so we got first step. Go to answerthepublic.com. Pick 5, maybe 10 of the questions that you think people might be asking in your niche. And then what you're going to do, you're going to create the answers. You're going to get the answers. Now, maybe you already know them, and that's golden. The longer you've been working in your niche, the longer that you've been working with, the people that you serve, the more answers you're going to have right off the top of your head. But there are times where those questions may need a little bit more information. So you're going to have to do a little research. So that's kind of a side to that one step. When you're writing posts, you may need to kind of supplement your own education a little bit. And that's never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to be learning and to be growing. You may even learn something in the process, and that's a bonus. So the idea is with the answer, you're going to be creating a post. You're going to be creating a post for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you want. Maybe it's even a video on YouTube. But you're going to be creating a post or some piece of content to answer that question. So the image, you could be creative if you'd like, and maybe go out to canva.com and create an image. This may be step 4, an image with the question, just the question. And you can just put that on a plain background if you'd like, or you could, make it fancier with, some graphics or some design if that's kind of your jam, which I get lost on Canva, to be quite honest. So this part of this strategy is kind of my sweet spot. But just put the question there. That's the image you're going to use, because that's what's going to stop the scroll is your image. And then you are going to answer that question in your post. So you can see right away how this post is simple enough, because you're providing a solution to what people are already looking for. It's content that you already know in your head, but it's a way of putting it together, in a nice package that's attractive and that will attract people to you. And then what's really neat, here's a bonus. You can share a link to that post. Let's say you do it on Facebook. You can share that link from Facebook onto your other social media platforms. So you can either do the share feature, and you can share it among there are other platforms that also share, or you've got the content and you've got the graphics. You can physically go and schedule those posts in other places if you use an automation scheduler, or just, set aside X amount of time each day to do one post, but do it in 4 different places. So you can see how this is a great way to raise that authority. It's a great way to serve your audience. It's a post that isn't slimy or spammy or salesy or all of those things that we worry about. And hopefully, if you write it in such a way, it will be engaging, where you'll ask some questions and get some feedback going on that post. So you can see how that post can have some legs to it, and it can take legs. So if you found this helpful, let me know. I would love your feedback. And if you want me to take a look at any of these posts, if you get brave and go out and do that, let me know. I would be happy to take a look at those. I love to support people in our community. If Canva is something that you're not sure about, I mean, that's just one of the graphic editors that's out there. It's one I've been using for several years. In fact, it was just recently that I upgraded to the paid version. You can do it for free. And I did that for years and years. But there were just some things that I wanted a little bit more access to. It was really, really reasonable. But there's other ones out there. I think PicMonkey is good. I've not tried that myself. Whatever it is that, you like to use. And if you're interested in Canva, though, let me know, because I have a course I put together, and it's free now. But just let me know if you would like to have access to that course, and I can get you that. And of course, like I said at the beginning, if you had any interest in finding out where you were on the pathway to profit, because this is a strategy that we probably wouldn't introduce to anyone, at least until step 6 or 7. And so what's 1, 2, 3, and 4? We can tell you in the assessment. So just put call in the, I think I gave a different word before, but I will reach out to you, and I will be happy to help you with that. Now, I also said one last thing in parting. I had said there is one other way, or one other thing that you can do to see if that question is even a question. Why put some time into making this amazing post if people aren't really even they're going to scroll past it because it's not their question. Keywords Everywhere is a extension that you can put on Chrome or Firefox. And it also has some free components to it. But what I was trying to get to was the paid components today. I think it was going to be like $10 US for, it's going to turn into be almost a year's worth of, because I don't do a lot of keyword research, but this is also something that's amazing when you get to doing keyword research for other content. So, I don't believe there's an affiliate for that. So just check out keywordseverywhere.com and find out the process, but you can find out how things are ranking in that. The reason I'm sounding kind of starry-eyed on that is David's our tech manager. He does all of that for us. I just know that it exists, and it is wonderful, and it does great things. So I'm passing that on as a tip, not out of my own experience, but out of what David said. Yeah, when I was preparing this for you tonight, he said, oh, you should tell him about Keywords Everywhere. I'm like, but I don't know enough about that. So if you'd like to hear more about that from David himself, you'll have to take that up with him. So anyway, hope you found this helpful. I'm happy to see several folks that are watching, and hope that you had a blessed Easter, and that things are starting to look maybe a little bit more normal for you in your life or business. But we stand here ready to help and empower the home business professional with those effective breakthrough strategies that will boost your home business success. So until next time, be safe, be blessed, be well.